Hello everyone, welcome to today's lecture. In today's lecture, we will practice some more questions based on trigonometric functions and equations. We will start from question number 1. The images used in our slide deck are for educational purposes only. We respect the intellectual property rights of the original creators and owners of these images. If you are the owner of any of the images used in this deck and have any concerns or issues, please contact us at sathi@iitk.ac.in and we shall remove the images. So let's start with question number 1, which says if fkx is a function which is equal to 1 by k sine to the power kx plus cos to the power kx, where x belongs to r, that is real number, and k greater than equal to 1, then we have to find f4x minus f6x is equal to. So the hint of this question is, since fkx is given, right? So first we will put k is equal to 4, that is f4x, that will be 1 by 4 sine to the power 4x plus cos to the power 4x. And after that, we will put k is equal to 6. That means f6x is equal to 1 by 6 sine to the power 6x plus cos to the power 6x. After that, we will subtract these two. And after further simplification, we will easily be able to get the answer. Clear? So in this way, you can try to approach this question. You have 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution. Okay, let's move to the solution part. The formula and the key points which we have used in this question is, we know that first is a square plus b square can be written as a plus b whole square minus 2ab, right? Second, this is simple. Sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1. Third formula is a cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square, right? So these three formulas we will use in this question, right? Now, using the definition of fkx, f4x is basically 1 by 4 sine to the power 4x plus cos to the power 4x. Now, we can express sine to the power 4x plus cos to the power 4x. Now, a square plus b square, where a is sine square x and b is cos square x. So sine to the power 4x is basically sine square x whole square. And cos to the power 4x is basically cos square x whole square. Therefore, it can sin square x square plus cos square x square can be written as, since a square plus b square is basically a plus b whole square minus 2ab. Therefore, sin square x plus cos square x whole square minus 2 sin square x cos square x. Now, since we know that sin square x plus cos square x is 1, therefore we have sin to the power 4x plus cos to the power 4x is equal to, this term will be equal to 1. 1 minus 2 sin square x cos square x. Thus, f4x will be equal to 1 by 4 into 1 minus 2 sin square x cos square x, which will be equal to 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 sin square x cos square x. Now we calculate f6x, which is equal to 1 by 6 sin to the power 6x plus cos to the power 6x, right? Now we can calculate f6x as sin to the power 6x plus cos to the power 6x is equal to, we can convert this in terms of a cube plus b cube, where a is sin square x and b is cos square x, right? So a cube plus b cube is a plus b into a square minus ab plus b square. Therefore, sin to the power 6x plus cos to the power 6x is equal to sin square x plus cos square x into sin to the power 4x minus sin square x into cos square x plus cos to the power 4x. Again, since we know that sin square x plus cos square x is equal to 1, therefore sin to the power 6x plus cos to the power 6x is equal to 1 into sin to the power 4x plus cos to the power 4x minus sin square x into cos square x. Now we have already found sin to the power 4x plus cos to the power 4x. Therefore, we can write sin to the power 6x plus cos to the power 6x is equal to sin to the power 4x plus cos to the power 4x is basically 1 minus 2 sin square x cos square x. Therefore, let's put 1 minus 2 sin square x cos square x minus sin square x cos square x. Therefore, sin to the power 6x plus cos to the power 6x will be equal to 1 minus 3 sin square x cos square x. Thus, f6x is equal to 1 by 6, 1 minus 3 sin square x cos square x, which is equal to 1 by 6 minus 1 by 2 sin square x cos square x. Now we can find f4x minus f6x, and f4x minus f6x is equal to 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 sin square x cos square x minus 1 by 6 minus 1 by 2 sin square x cos square x. Therefore, f4x minus f6x is equal to 1 by 4 minus 1 by 6. Right, so f4x minus f6x is equal to 3 by 12 minus 2 by 12, which is equal to 1 by 12. Thus, the value of f4x minus f6x is 1 by 12. Clear? Therefore, the required answer will be 1 by 12. Clear? 1 by 12 is the required answer. Got it? Now, let's move to the next question, question number 2, which says, if tan alpha, tan beta, and tan gamma are the roots of the equation x cube minus px square minus r is equal to 0, then the value of 1 plus tan square x into 1 plus tan square alpha plus 1 plus tan square beta into 1 plus tan square gamma is equal to. Now, the hint of this question is we are given a quadratic equation of this. We are given a cubic equation of which we have different roots, which is tan alpha plus tan beta plus tan gamma. Now we know that sum of roots is minus b by a of a quadratic of an equation, and product of root is minus d by a, and sum of product of two consecutive roots is basically minus c by a. Clear? C by a. So in this way, you can try to approach this question. You have 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After 10 seconds, we will move to the solution part. Okay. Okay, let's move to the solution part. See, the formula in key points that we have used in this question is, we know if alpha, beta, and gamma are roots of the cubic equation ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d equal to 0, then summation of root will be minus b by a. Summation of product of two consecutive roots is basically c by a, and product of all the roots is basically minus d by a. Now, solution. From the given equation, we have summation of tan alpha, that is tan alpha plus tan beta plus tan gamma is equal to p. Summation of tan alpha tan beta, that is tan alpha plus tan alpha tan beta plus tan beta tan gamma plus tan beta tan gamma tan alpha is equal to 0. And tan alpha tan beta tan gamma is equal to r, right? By using this equation, this cubic equation, right? Now we have to basically find find the value of this expression. So let us break this expression 1 plus tan square alpha into 1 plus tan square beta into 1 plus tan square gamma. When you will multiply all together, you will get 1 plus summation of tan square alpha plus summation of tan square alpha into tan square beta plus tan square alpha into tan square beta into tan square gamma, which can be written as 1 plus summation of tan square alpha can be written as summation of tan alpha whole square minus 2 summation of tan alpha tan beta plus summation of tan square beta can be written as summation of tan alpha tan beta whole square minus 2 tan alpha tan beta tan gamma into summation of tan alpha plus tan square alpha into tan square beta into tan square gamma, right? Now you can put these values that is summation of tan alpha is equal to p, summation of tan alpha tan beta is equal to 0, and summation and tan alpha tan beta tan gamma is equal to r. By putting these values, you will get 1 plus p square minus 2pr plus r square is equal to 1 plus p minus r whole square, right? 1 plus p minus r whole square. Clear? Therefore, option B should be the right choice. 1 plus p minus r whole square. Got it? Now let's move to the next question, question number 3, which says that if an angle phi, which is lying between 0 to pi by 2, if x is equal to summation of n is equal to 0 to alpha, 0 to infinity, cos to the power 2n phi, and y is equal to summation of n is equal to 0 to infinity, sin to the power 2n phi, and z is equal to summation of n is equal to 0 to infinity, cos to the power 2n phi, sin to the power 2n phi, then which expression will be true? So the hint of this question is, when you will write these equations one by one separately, you will find that all three expressions are in infinite geometric series, right? So you know the sum of infinite series, so you will apply the formula sum of infinite series, and you will try to convert the value of these expressions, that is x, y, z. Clear? So in this way, you can try to approach this question. You have 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution, right? Okay, let's move to the solution part. Now, sum of infinite GPs, we know that the formula and key points we will use in this question is sum of infinite GP will be 1 upon 1 minus R, A upon 1 minus R, where mod R less than 1, where A is the first term and R is the common ratio, right? Now, let's move to the solution. Given series are in geometric progression, so X is basically A upon 1 minus R, and R is in X, R is basically 1, R is cos squared phi. Therefore, X is equal to 1 upon 1 minus cos squared phi, which is 1 upon sin square phi. Now, expression Y is also in geometric series where R is sin square alpha. Therefore, Y is equal to 1 upon 1 minus sin square alpha. Therefore, Y is equal to 1 upon cos square phi. And Z is also geometric progression having common ratio, having first term A and common ratio sin square phi into cos square phi, right? Therefore, Z is equal to 1 upon 1 minus sin square phi into cos square phi. Now, clearly, see, X is 1 by sin square phi and Y is 1 by cos square phi. Now, we know that sin square phi plus cos square phi is equal to 1. Therefore, 1 by X plus 1 by Y is equal to sin square phi plus cos square phi, which is equal to 1. Now, after solving this, you will get, that is, when you will take LCM, denominator will be xy and numerator will be x plus y, right? And after cross multiplication, you will get x plus y is equal to xy. Therefore, we can write xy is equal to x plus y. Now, you can write 1 by z. See, when you will reciprocate z, you will get 1 by z is equal to 1 minus sin square phi into cos square phi, which is 1 minus 1 by x into y. Therefore, 1 by z is equal to 1 minus 1 by x into y. Now, xy is equal to x plus y, and when you will solve and when you will solve and do cross multiplication, you will get xy is equal to xyz minus z. Therefore, xyz is basically equal to z will go on another side. Xyz will be equal to xy plus z, and we know that xy is equal to x plus y. Therefore, xyz is equal to, let's put xy is equal to x plus y, right? Therefore, xyz is equal to x plus y plus z. Clear? Therefore, xyz is equal to x plus y plus z. Option C is the right choice, right? Option C should be the right choice. Got it? Now, let's move to the next question. Question number 4, which says that sin to the power 4x plus cos to the power 4y plus 2 is equal to 4 sin x cos y, and xy is between 0 to pi by 2. Then sin x plus cos y is equal to what? Now, the hint of this question is, see, you will keep everything on one side and try to take common and all, and also you can try to apply the formula of a square plus b square, right? In this way, you can try to approach this question. You have 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution, right? Okay, let's move to the solution part. The formula and key points we will use in this question is a square plus b square can be written as a minus b whole square plus 2ab. And second thing, if x square plus y square plus z square is equal to 0, that means all the terms, that is x is equal to y equal to z, should be equal to 0. Now, let's move to the solution. The given equation is sin to the power 4x plus cos to the power 4y plus 2 is equal to 4 sin x cos x. Now, when you will move 4 sin x cos x on left hand side, you will get, and you can write, see, you can write a square, you can write or apply this formula, a square plus b square is equal to a minus b whole square plus 2ab. And this 2 can be written as 1 plus 1, right? Therefore, sin to the power 4x plus 1 is basically a square plus b square, in which a is sin square x and b is 1, right? Therefore, it can be written as sin square x minus 1 whole square plus 2 sin square x. Also, cos to the power 4y plus 1 can be written as cos square y minus 1 whole square plus 2 cos square y. And this 4 sin x cos x will go on another side with minus 4 sin x cos x, and which will be equal to 0. Now, when you will take 2 common here, you will take 2 common here, you will get 2 times sin x minus cos x, sin x minus cos y whole square. Therefore, this term will be sin square x minus 1 whole square plus cos square y minus 1 whole square plus 2 times sin x minus cos y whole square is equal to 0, which is possible only when sin square x minus 1 is equal to 0 cos square y minus 1 is equal to 0, and sin x minus cos y is equal to 0, which implies sin square x is equal to 1, cos square y is equal to 1, and sin x is equal to cos y. As xy is between 0 to pi by 2, therefore we get sin x is equal to cos y is equal to 1. So sin x plus cos y is equal to 1 plus 1. Sin x plus cos y is equal to 1 plus 1 because each term sin x and cos y is equal to 1. Therefore, sin x plus cos y is equal to 2. Clear? Therefore, option C, 2 is the right choice. Option C will be the right choice. Got it? Now let's move to the next question, question number 5, which says that if x is between 0 to 2 pi, the number of real values of x which satisfy the equation cos x plus cos 2x plus cos 3x plus cos 4x is equal to 0. So see, clearly you can see the hint of this question is you have to apply the formula of cos A plus cos B, right? Cos A plus cos B, sum to product formula of angle, right? And after that, you can try to simplify this and try to find the general solution, right? And after finding the general solution, you can easily get the number of solutions in the interval 0 to 2 pi, right? So in this way, you can try to approach this question. You have 10 seconds to solve or think about this question. After 10 seconds, we will discuss the solution, right? Okay. So the formula and key points we will use in this question will be cos A plus cos B is equal to 2 times cos A plus B by 2 into cos A minus B by 2. Now, if cos x is equal to 0, and second is if cos x is equal to 0, this implies x is equal to 2n plus 1 pi by 2, where n belongs to z. That means n is equal to integer. N is integer. Now, let's move to the solution. The given equation we have is cos x plus cos 2x plus cos 3x plus cos 4x is equal to 0. So let's do pairing. Let's pair cos x with cos 3x and cos 2x with cos 4x, right? The purpose of this pairing is 3x plus x is 4x, and 3x minus x is 2x, and 4x minus 2x is again 2x, right? That's why we have paired like this. Now, these 4 things have been paired as cos x plus cos 3x plus cos 2x plus cos 4x is equal to 0. Now, you can apply sum to product formula in each of these pair. That is, cos x plus cos 3x can be written as 2 cos 2x into cos 3x plus cos 2x plus cos 4x can be written as 2 cos 3x into cos x is equal to 0. Now, let's take common 2 cos x. When you will take common 2 cos x, 2 cos x into cos 2x plus cos 3x is equal to 0. Therefore, 2 cos x into, you can apply sum to product formula in this cos 2x plus cos 3x can be written as 2 cos 5x into cos x by 2 cos 5x by 2 into cos x by 2 is equal to 0. Now, now we have cos x, 2 and 2 will go on another side, and we are left with cos x into cos 5x by 2 into cos x by 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, cos x equal to 0 or cos 5x equal to 0 or cos x by 2 is equal to 0. Clear? Now let's start with first case where cos x is equal to 0. Therefore, in the interval x between 0 to 2 pi, x is equal to pi by 2 and 3 pi by 2. And when cos 5x is equal to 5x by 2 is equal to 0, then 5x by 2 can be equal to pi by 2, 3 pi by 2. That is 5x by 2 should be in odd multiple of pi by 2. That is pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2, 7 pi by 2, 9 pi by 2, 11 pi by 2, and so on. Therefore, x is equal to, after simplifying this, you will get x is equal to pi by 5, 3 pi by 5, pi 7 pi by 5, and 9 pi by 5 when x is between 0 to 2 pi. These values are between 0 to 2 pi. Now, next case, when cos x by 2 is equal to 0. Therefore, x by 2 will be the odd multiple of pi by 2, which is pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 5 pi by 2. And x is equal to pi, 3 pi, 5 pi. And since we have to take the interval of x between 0 to 2 pi, therefore x is equal to pi. Now, if we merge all the solutions, we will have the total solutions as x equal to pi by 2, 3 pi by 4, pi, pi by 5, 3 pi by 5, 7 pi by 5, and 9 pi by 5, right? Clear? So these are the solutions of the above equation. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 solutions, right? There are 8 solutions. of the given expression, right? So in this way, we have discussed a lot of different types of questions based on trigonometric equations. Hope you understood each and every concept, how to apply the concepts in the question, and hope you liked the lecture. Okay, thank you so much.